I've got great news. I can now fully recommend the Orion X7 robot mower. I'm going to tell you why right now. I ended my last update video on the Orion by saying I couldn't fully recommend it because I kept having to rescue it from my flower beds like the one back here and around the fire pit. But thankfully that's all changed and I've been able to use it 5 days straight without having to rescue it once, and it's just working flawlessly. With the help of a commenter on my last video and an app upgrade that came literally the day I released my last video, you're now able to remote map no-go zones, which have really changed things for this mower for the better. Just like you define the boundary of a zone, you're now within the zone able to define a no-go zone by driving the robot mower with your phone and designating the no-go zones freeform. They show up then on the map as these gray blocks. The vision system does have the ability to define those over time, but it's much more reliable and faster just to drive it yourself and define those no-go zones, and it's been much more reliable for me. One of the other problems I had with the robot mower early on and when it was first released is the cut quality and evenness of the cut. Keeping the underside of the bot clean on top of the deck, I did a video on that where a bunch of those wet grass clippings were packing in there. In addition to software and firmware upgrades have completely solved that problem. And they've also given you the ability within the app to control the overlap of the cut. So going to a tighter overlap between passes has also improved the quality of cut, and now I'm very happy with it. Here's an example right here. The bot is cutting. And we can see it's doing a very good job with very few stragglers. And we can see it's doing about a 50% overlap now. So there are some stragglers where it didn't overlap, but the good thing is with the overlap, when it comes back the other way, it'll catch those. So I have to say, good job, Orion. Your software programmers overcame the obstacles that were early on there. And now, again, I have to reiterate, the Orion X7 gets my full recommendation. You're gonna be happy with this thing. So I had to do this video for my viewers and Orion. You did a good job updating this thing. It's very reliable now. Good job. Thanks for watching. Adios. One last reminder, if you're looking at a robot mower, please upgrade to the next larger battery size and coverage area. If you're borderline at all, or say its coverage area is up to 3/4 of an acre and you have 0.6 acres, I recommend going up to that next model. It's going to make your life a lot easier, and you're going to be able to work around weather and dew and things like that. We're losing daylight hours here in the upper Midwest of the United States, and our dew lasts 11 a.m., sometimes noon, something like that. So it really cuts down the time you want to cut the grass. And if you've got a longer runtime with a larger battery, it will allow you to get more done in that more limited amount of time.